Nick Ball really took it to Ronny Rios last night. Now, thank you very much to one of our viewers who asked me how come I didn't watch the Nick Ball fight. And to be honest, I didn't know what was happening, and I was really more committed to watching UFC 307 because I really wanted to watch Alex Pereira. Now that said, I did see the highlights of Ball versus Rios, and I highly recommend watching that fight if you haven't seen it yet. Now, what really impressed me about Nick Ball is, one, the pace he was able to maintain for as long as the fight lasted, which was 10 out of the 12 scheduled rounds, and the fact that he switches from righty to lefty very fluidly and very effectively. Now, Nick is impressive in the fact that it's like every single punch he throws is a power punch, and he's throwing them hard. He's putting punches together well. One of sort of my favorites that he does really well is that sort of overhand right and left to the body. But then when he switches to southpaw, he'll come with a really nice straight right uppercut, right straight up to the chin of his opponent, and he's really great with his left hooks as well. So the sort of curious thing for me is why Ronny Rios, who was the taller, sort of lankier fighter, chose to just stand still on the center line and, do the high double guard and then try to whip in punches in between Nick Ball's combinations. The problem with that sort of strategy is that Nick Ball was not giving Ronny Rios any sort of breathing room, quite literally. Ball is the shorter fighter, and he fought really effectively as the shorter fighter. He had a good jab, but as soon as he stepped in with a jab to close the distance and he was in punching range, he just let loose with those really heavy-handed power shots, both to the body and the head, and he was doing it at a rapid enough pace that Rios couldn't pick shots in between the shots because there wasn't enough time in between. So I'm a little curious to know why Ronny Rios didn't choose to stay a little bit more on the outside, use his height and reach, and just kind of, keep Ball at bay with, a long jab. I feel like Ronny Rios made the fight made it difficult for himself by choosing to stand toe-to-toe, and I guess he was hoping to, bang out to the body, because Rios did get off a few good body shots in succession, but it was certainly not enough to deter Nick Ball's onslaught and do any damage. Now, it did look like Nick had a little bit of redness in his face, but clearly he was the one dishing out the punishment throughout the whole fight. I think he dropped Rios, I think it was in the fourth. I think Rios protested that, but as the fight wore on, it was just more of the same, and with Nick just backing Rios up to the point where Rios really couldn't do much except just cover up, and it looked like at that point, towards the end of the fight, Rios was really just looking to survive. He'd cover up and then strategically wait, and then just after Ball landed 8 punches, he'd fire out one hard shot just to keep the ref from stopping the fight. But finally, Nick gets him towards the corner, lands a good hard shot, and literally knocks Rios right out of the ring between the second and third ropes. Rios falls with his legs draped over the rope, and falls with his back right on the ring apron. I'm glad he didn't actually fall literally out onto the floor. But at that point, Rios' corner, threw in the towel. And this was in the 10th round. And so big kudos to Nick Ball, who successfully defended his WBA title belt. Nick Ball truly lived up to his moniker of being a wrecking ball, because he really did take it to Ronny Rios. High volume, hard puncher, created all these angles, especially by switching from righty to lefty. So terrific performance from Nick Ball. Congratulations. And folks, do check out that fight if you're a fight fan, because I think you'll enjoy the action. If you're enjoying our videos on this channel, please do subscribe. hit the notification bell so you'll know when our next video comes out, because apparently the algorithm doesn't always spit out my my videos to folks, even those who've subscribed and or liked a number of videos. If you enjoy having conversation, please do consider joining our membership side for $2.99 a month. And as always, if you get value from some of these videos, you're welcome to leave a super thanks way over on the right underneath the video. You're welcome to head over to buymeacoffee.com/Hamaguchi Fight and purchase a coffee in increments of $5 US. And also, you can check out our merch on the merch shelf below. I want to let you know that, for example, this shirt is featured on the merch shelf. The shirts come in many more colors than simply black and white, but that's just what's being shown on the merch shelf below. So that's at Spreadshop, Hamaguchi Fight Shop, where you can find all kinds of merch from t-shirts to tote bags to coffee mugs. All right, so many ways you can support our channel, but the best way is for you to just watch the videos and comment and like. Thanks again.